Hey everybody, I'm Marissa. Welcome to my channel, More Mindful. It's a little light video. I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the similarities and differences between my natural hair journey and what I'm currently in, which is my lock journey. I was like, is a lock journey really a spiritual journey? I feel like I had this with my natural hair journey. So is it going to be that much different in my lock journey? I decided to go natural, completely natural, after my month-long internship in China, right? Went to Beijing for a month, rain, desert storms, smog, fog, everything you can think of inclement weather-wise, I experienced in China. After a month of being in that type of, environment, I felt icky and I couldn't wait to get home to wash my hair, because when you got a relaxer, you're not about to do nothing to wash that relaxer out, okay? And it's not even like it's going to be completely out, but it's just never going to be the same as when you first got it done, when it was fresh, right? I just wanted to know what my natural hair looked like because I didn't know, and that was the most like crazy part to me, is that I really didn't know what my natural hair looked like. You know what I'm saying? On my head, like, how do I not know what my own real hair looks like? Because I've been getting relaxers since I was, single digit years old. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I came back home. I was like, all right, bet, I'm about to wash my hair and I'm not getting no more relaxers. I'm just ready to start anew. And mind you, it had to be like 2014 or so when I got into, the idea of natural hair. I transitioned, y'all, for like 5 to 6 months. And I kid you not, it was tough. It was beautiful some days, and it was tough some days, because it's like, I kept hearing people say, oh, you gotta wash your hair and get used to loving water and all these things, but relax hair don't love water. These strands ain't liking this. Like, these strands looking real straggly right now. You know what I mean? I didn't like the whole half this, half that. So that's when I end up calling the barbershop that was like right down the street from my house, and I was like, can I speak to a barber in there who is well equipped and knowledgeable about cutting women's hair? I'm trying to get a big chop. I got long hair right now, but curly roots, and I just need somebody who's going to cut my hair right. That moment of having my hair cut and then going home and like trying on little clothes and stuff, like, it fit, you know what I'm saying? And I had never imagined me with a short haircut with a big chop, a teeny weeny afro. Let's fast forward to 2017, 18, and yeah, 2017, 18. My hair is much longer at this point. Me and my significant other, we had traveled to the country somewhere, and we stayed in the woods, okay? We were getting ready to do a whole bunch of activities, and I was like, babe, like, I don't really feel like doing my hair. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like doing my hair. We spontaneously came out here. I just don't want to do my hair like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what do you think if I just pick my hair out? And he was like, I think you should do it. And y'all, that was it for me. Like, when he said that, I was still nervous, within myself. But I was like, okay, like, go ahead, pick my hair out. And I loved it. At first it took some getting used to, but I loved it. And ever since then, I wore it like that. So this is what I mean when I say I went through my own spiritual journey within my natural hair journey, because I went from always doing my hair in different styles, and at some point I did care about just styling my hair, you know what I'm saying, making sure that, okay, well, I got this function to go to, so I'm gonna do a twist out. Okay, I got this to do, so I'm gonna put some eco styler gel on my edges and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole nine. I did it all. But like I said, it got old to me. When I felt the freedom, and I mean freedom, like when I felt the freedom of just the big ass afro and feeling free, feeling the wind like hit my hair, and just, oh, it was just beautiful. Like, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. That was the game changer for me. That type of get up and go freedom was the game changer. I love that part within my natural hair journey. That's where I felt like I really came into my own. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like because I'm confident about it, I'm showing that I love and nurture and care for what's on my head, but I don't gotta do too much to show that. I knew that that was like a good representation, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to represent, you know, for the melanin folk. Like, I always have been like that. I've always been that way. That brings me into the lock journey. My lock journey, even at 9 months, almost 10 months, is very similar but very different. Let me explain. In the beginning, I was kind of coming into it like, all right, let me get my loctician friend to start the foundation of my locks, because yes, I admit it, I was thinking about parts to parts. What is it called? Parts to something ratio or whatever you call it. I was thinking about all of that stuff, and I laugh and chuckle at it now, but it's like, for real, I was concerned with me having thick locks and making sure that I started with a good foundation, with a good base. It's kind of funny, like the way that I think about locks now and how I was thinking about it before I started. I was making such a big deal. I was making such a big deal out of every piece of like starting locks. The similarities in my natural hair journey and my lock journey that I'm on now, I was trying to keep a foundation, keep a base, you know, keep a certain look. I wanted separate locks, I wanted thick locks, I wanted that, you know, just trying to be too in control. I value the process and trusting the process more than anything. And the part that kept screaming at me was like, Rissa, you working too hard to make your hair do what it is that you want it to do, when it's trying to tell you that it got you. Like, your hair has its own personality. It got you. Its own identity. It knows what it wants to do. Let it do it. Like, stop trying to be in control. Surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. That was like the word that kept coming to my conscious, right? So the more cognizant I became of like that inner voice, the easier it became to just let go and surrender, right? Let go and let flow. The difference, when your hair is locking together, y'all know, y'all seen my videos, right? If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please go and watch the other videos, because I didn't really want this to be of me exploring my hair. Allowing this to happen is not an easy thing. Allowing your hair to just kind of come together, you almost have to have the mentality of freeform locks are beautiful, let it be. Doesn't mean that you won't have some days, but you already have that mentality. Our struggles are really within ourselves, and that's something that I'm learning within the lock journey, even more than I learned in the natural hair journey that I had. Like, the struggles of allowing your hair to just be free, it's an inner thing. We're always so much more critical of our hair than other people are. Like, yeah, growing up, you know, people cruel, kids cruel, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know, you know, people could drag you just because your hair has an off day, whatever. And nobody ever wanted, no woman, young girl, wanted to be called out for her hair or whatever, or you look dirty because your hair not done or whatever. Little silly stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of grow up with that mentality, and we aim for this perfection, so to speak. But the truth of the matter is, fuck that. I'm sorry, that shit came from deep. Like, fuck that. Like, who cares? It's not about perfection. It's about doing what feels right to you. So if you feel the call to accept that your hair is all of these things and it's not meant to be tamed, the freedom that comes with that is amazing. I'm not knocking it, because I know how deep, you know, of a narrative we have with our hair, and how, you know, how we feel a lot of times on the inside, you know, can be covered up with everything on the outside. So if our hair looks good, and our this is good, and our that is good, and our nails is done, and our lashes look fine, and all these things, you know what I'm saying, it can kind of distract away from like the energy that we possess on the inside, which may not be all that pretty. You know what I'm saying? Which may not be all that beautiful or all that good at that time. And so I know how deep the narrative goes. So I never want to make it seem like this shit is just peachy keen, like wear your natural hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is don't be afraid to explore you know, don't be afraid. Coming into the lock journey, this is what I've been taught. My natural hair journey, it taught me that to a certain point. With locks, your hair is going to do some things that you just like, wow. But you just accept it, you know? You just accept it and say, this is what it is, you know? It's a way of being, you know, when you decide to let your locks be free. It's less about a style and more about your lifestyle. It's less about what you want it to be and just allowing it to be, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy the content that I am giving to you guys, please like and subscribe to my channel, More Mindful. You can also find me on Instagram at More Mindful. And with that, I say peace and love.